What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another penetration test. So today we are comparing two calibers. We're going to be doing the 9mm and the 38 special. So let me first show you the rounds to compare the two in size. So this here is a 9mm. By the way, both ammos I'm using today are for personal defense, just because that's what I wanted to test out. So anyway, that's the 9mm. And this is the 38 special. So you can see there's quite a difference in size between the two, but actually what's pretty crazy is this little 9mm is packing more velocity. So before we even get started here, I'm going to tell you what the rounds are. The 38 special is a Winchester 125 grain plus P jacketed hollow point. It's a personal defense round, and the muzzle velocity is 945 feet per second. So then the Winchester round is a 124 grain plus P jacketed hollow point, and this is also a personal defense round, and the muzzle velocity on this round is 1200 feet per second. So that's quite a difference between the two. And for this, I mean, it's pretty crazy because the bullets are only 1 grain in difference, yet the size difference in the casing, you would think that the 38 special would be moving a lot faster, but that's not the case. So we're going to be testing them out today. So let me show you what I got for targets here. I personally like testing on water, wood, and steel. So for the water jugs, we just got these 1 gallon milk jugs. They are filled up with just straight water. I got 8 of those, 4 for each caliber. And then I have some pine boards here, and if you look, I have 5 of them screwed together. Of course, again, I got 1 for 9mm and 1 for the 38 special. And then for the steel, you'll see it in a lot of my videos. I love testing out chainsaw bars. This here was the 5.56 green tip, blew straight through it, but I've tested them before on handgun calibers and they barely even put a dent in them. So now the guns of choice today of what I'm using. This is a Glock 17. It's the Gen 4. They come standard with 17 round mags. And then again, I have just a cheapo handgun. It works great. It's a RG 38 special, holds 6 shots. That's what it looks like. And that's the other gun we're going to be testing out today. So let's get into the testing. So guys, if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. Do me the favor. These videos aren't really cheap to make all the time, so please hit that subscribe button and make sure to like this video. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do is test out the water jugs. I'm going to be using the 38 special first. Again, it's 125 grain jacketed hollow point plus P. Go ahead and load that in. Alright, we're ready to go. Put on the safety glasses, and we're going to be taking this test from about 5 yards. Alright guys, now what do we have? Looks like we went through 1, 2, and 3, and it doesn't look like we touched the 4th jug. So let's take a peek. Okay guys, never mind, we went through all 4 jugs. I wasn't really expecting that. I figured for sure it would stop in the 3rd jug at least. Well guys, I'm not gonna lie, that was a little unexpected. I thought for sure that the 38 special was gonna be stopping in the water jugs. But you know, test is a test. I'll have to come out here another day with more water jugs and try it out again. But for now, we're gonna swap guns here and see if we can stop the 9mm. Okay guys, the 9mm is up next. I'm gonna load a round in, and now we are good to go. This is the 9mm 124 grain plus P jacketed hollow point. It's already gone through the one all the way in the back, so I'm not going to look too much at the jugs, but I will look at the back one. the bullet did do some squirrely stuff in there, like it hit right here and then swirled its way through there, so that's a little odd, but it went through all four, and that's what we're after. That's what we're testing. So now we're going to move on to the wood test and see what the heck we can do there. Hopefully we can catch some bullets. Alright guys, so for the wood test, like I said, we got 5 pine boards, and we're going to go with the 38 Special plus P first. So we're going to load one in. Now we're good to go. Okay, so I went through this one here, obviously. We didn't exit out the back. As you can see, the back is still untouched. So actually, let's bring this to the truck and get my drill, and we'll take this thing apart. Alright guys, so we're going to start taking these apart again. This is the side I shot right here. And that one's actually just going to peel off, and it did go through that one. So that's one board it went through so far. Now let's flip this over and we'll count them. So that was one. Went through number 2. It went, I would call that through. Alright, we did stop in the 3rd board, but I would consider that a pass through. I don't know how well you can see the bullet. It is right here. It's just barely sticking out, but it was in fact enough to dent the board on number 4. So we went through 3 boards with the 38 Special. I'm going to try to dig this bullet out so we can take a peek at it. So honestly guys, I'm not really that impressed with the 38 Special's expansion. It didn't really expand at all. Let me show you what it looks like compared to a new round. Now this is a new 38 Special round, and that's the round that we fired into the wood. Barely any expansion. There's a little bit of bowing right here, but it didn't really do anything. I'm pretty disappointed. I thought it was going to mushroom out pretty good, but I guess not. But that's okay. We're going to be moving on to the 9mm now. Let's go get the boards set up and take a shot at those. And again guys, this is the 9mm 124 grain jacketed hollow point plus P. From the same distance. Let's see what we can do. Looked like a good hit. Let's take it back to the truck and check it out. Alright guys, let's take a peek at this. This one here is a little more interesting actually. You can see the entrance is right here, right there, and there is actually a spot where either the bullet exited on the back side or it just cracked the wood out on the back side. So we're going to have to take a closer look. And if it did actually go through, I'm putting more boards up and we're testing it again to get an actual reading, because that's pretty insane. So, pass through the first one, pass through the second one, pass through the third one, and the 4th one, and the 5th one. It passed through all of those boards. We're shooting it again. Alright guys, here we go. This is 10 pine boards stacked together, and this is the 9mm again. I'm going to try to aim for that little red circle. We'll see how we can do. Ain't no way. Went through all those. I think it did though. Alright guys, so see, I hit just below where I was aiming. And a little funky stuff went on with this one. Not bad. I did retrieve the bullet, but it was actually just laying on the snow. So take a peek here. You can see I hit right here. The bullet went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it did. I'll show you what the 7th one looks like here. Okay. So the bullet did go through all those, all 6 of those, and then you can see on the 7th one, it actually had enough force to crack both of these boards that were sitting right here. It had enough force to crack both of those off, but it did in fact stop in the 7th one. You can see right here where the bullet actually fits perfectly in there, and this is the board that was sandwiched on top of that. But yeah, so what happened was it shot through 6 of them, stuck in the 7th one, and then the boards broke and the bullet was just sitting on the snow. And that is what the 9mm looked like. And again, no expansion. That's very weird. I figured for personal defense rounds they'd expand, but I guess not on wood anyways. So in the wood test, the 38 special went through 3 boards, and the 9mm went through 6, almost 7 boards. So you be the judge on that one. Let me know which one you'd prefer down in the comments. But now for the hardened steel test, we're going to shoot this bad boy right here and see if we can punch through it. Now guys, chainsaw bars are pretty rugged steel. They're very hard to shoot through. I've shot at them with different handguns with FMJs and they didn't pass through. So I'm curious to see how this is going to do, this ammo is going to do with this chainsaw bar. So let's get to it. So I'm going to be testing these again from the same range. We're going to try the 38 special first. Hopefully I can hit it. I'm not a very good shot with this thing here. So let's see what we can make happen. I'm going to aim for the F. Okay guys, so I was aiming here at the F, and you could actually see where I did indeed hit this chainsaw bar. Let me wipe some of the water off it. It fell in the snow. You can actually see, so you can actually see, maybe you can see on camera, you see that little circle right there? That's where I hit, and there's 0. It's just the indent of the tip of the bullet and nothing else. There's no dents, no nothing. And here's a piece of the lead that came off of the actual bullet. So let's shoot it with the 9mm. Alright guys, so for this 9mm I'm going to aim at the lower part of the bar and see what we can do. This is the same distance. Let's shoot it. Well, I smoked it. But let's check out the damage. Alright guys, so for the 9mm you can see a lot more energy was transferred. So you can see it. You can see right there on the top is the actual divot compared to the 38 special right there. And if you look at it like this, you can actually see the bump in it right there, and that's pretty crazy. Still didn't pass through, and all that's left to this bullet, what I can find, was this little tiny piece of lead. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was definitely a fun one. 9mm definitely took home the win for that one. But you know what, 38 special, still a good round. Either one of them is definitely okay and will definitely do enough damage. For now, make sure to hit the subscribe button and drop a comment down below of another caliber test that you would like to see. It can be shotguns, rifles, handguns, you name it. Drop it in the comments and I'll try to get it done for you. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.